Greetings Internet, welcome to Dexter's Laboratory. Today we're going to be discussing subframes for the S14 Nissan, specifically energy suspension bushings. I've been doing some research and pretty much everything on YouTube sucks. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to show you how to do this the correct way without messing it up. So pay attention, we'll get through this. First things first. Energy suspension, part numbers 7.117, G is black, I think R is red, 7.118G. This is for the rear diff, this is for the subframe bushings. These do not come in the kit. If you buy the S14 kit, these are not included. Let's talk about the instructions. This is for the differential, obviously. These instructions are good. Read them, follow them. Most importantly, do not forget to keep these. You reuse these with the new bushings. Okay? That's important. Subframe. These instructions are garbage. Throw them away. Don't even bother. However, one thing worth noting, do not bend the 6 metal tabs. They need to support the new bushing. That part is true. This picture's deceiving though. We'll get to that. Aside from that, these are junk. Throw them away. Okay, the subframe. This is the front. It has the little tabs. This is the back. This one, you have to keep the bushing ring. Do not cut this one out. You have to remove all of the rubber from inside. This little groove down here, this ring, holds the bushing in. Okay, if you cut this out and remove it, you've got to go solid. Pretty clear. The confusion isn't so much about which side needs to have the inner rings removed and which one doesn't. However, this front section is the trouble area. I've heard a lot of people talk about how you just cut all of this out, throw it all out, press it all out. No, that's not true. There's 3 parts inside of that. This is what the front bushing looks like without the rubber sleeve and the rubber insulators. Once you get rid of that center section and torch all that rubber out, get most of it out of the way, this is what's inside this housing. Notice I left those tabs in there. You do not get rid of this outer sleeve. I've seen a lot of people talk about cutting this whole thing out. That's not what you want to do. So let's talk procedures. First things first, you've got to get rid of this top ring. What I did was I cut it with the Sawzall and then just chiseled it out. You have to be patient, you have to work slowly. But once you get that out, there's this plastic ring set that pops out pretty easily. It's weird. But underneath that is this bushing thing. This is metal. Okay, this one's a little tricky. We'll flip the subframe over and talk about this a little bit more. But all 3 of those parts need to come out. 4 if you want to count that center one as 2 pieces, whatever. All of that needs to come out of there. Got it? Good. Let's move on. Okay, it's relatively easy to get the top and middle out. It's really difficult to get this bottom piece out. Here's what I did. I took a chisel after the top and middle were out, and I pushed these tabs up. So they bent up, and it gave me enough space here to be able to hit the edge of this bushing sleeve out with another chisel. Okay? Pry a couple of these up. If you want, you can stick the Sawzall in there and notch it. I did that with the first one. I didn't end up doing that at all with the second one. I just bent those 2 tabs up, bend them up. It opens up this slot here, and you can fit the chisel in between, pound it out. and then you're all set. I'm going to flip this over and show you how well this stuff slides together when you do it the proper way. You've seen this before. You know how this one works. The sleeve's still there. Bushing. Slides in pretty easy. Okay, I'm not going to push it all the way in because I'm going to get this thing dressed up a little bit. Back one, similar. Notice, the ring is still there, and those tabs are still there. Hey look, it fits. Perfect. If you don't have that in there, if you cut this sleeve out, it's not going to fit correctly. It's supposed to be snug like that. Okay? Do it this way. Do it right. You do it wrong, whatever. Go ahead. Go solid. But this is not a drift car. I need a little bit of compliance in this. And that's all there is to it. That's the correct way to install energy suspension bushings in an S14 subframe. If you have any questions, go ahead, leave me something in the comments. If you found this useful, please hit the like button. Or hit me up in the comments and say, hey, that was great. Thanks for sharing. If you are doing this or your friends are doing this, share this, watch this video. I obviously didn't go through how to remove this from the car and reinstall it in the car. That's been discussed 1,000 times. I was not able to find any information that clearly stated how to do the energy bushings on this subframe. So hopefully this will fill in that void and you don't have to watch 20 minutes of some yahoos screwing around getting a subframe in and out of the car. All right? So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here in Dexter's Auto Lab.